The list of celebrities Andrew Kibe has beefed up with is endless. Known for his brutal criticism and alpha male status, Kibe has been labeled the internet prophet of doom. And these are the victims of Kibe whose evil predictions has come to pass. Kibe was very critical on Baha moving in with Georgina. He argued Baha was still young and should focus on himself first. Georgina was just there for the money and the hype, even predicting that he was sure news of her would one day leak to the public.
At some point, she's going to want to expose herself to us. It's coming. Now we have seen her.
But Baha, for the love he had for Georgina, would go on to help Georgina kickstart a successful YouTube career, have a daughter with her, before one day Georgina's nudes would circulate all over the internet. Baha stood with Georgina in this fateful time, but on July 13, 2023, Georgina would post this. Bringing Kibe's prediction on them to pass, Baha having been dumped at his lowest while his career was fading and he was being taken to rehab, struggling with gambling addiction. I know all of you have seen
what's going on around on social media.
By the way, guys, please like and subscribe. This is what Frank Jimmet has been telling us since he was dumped by Corazon Kwamboka. Even though he hadn't seen it, Kibe, on the other hand, had.
Look at my fingers before I get tired. Second kid. What about the ones we don't know? Because he has a dick problem.
He said this Kafukuzwi was not only just dumb for leaving his wife Maureen Waitito, whom he had kids with, but also broke to sustain Corazon Kwamboka. Well, this time Kibe seemed like he had missed. They were off to a great start. They did not seem to have issues, and their chemistry together was undeniable. He even went on to have kids with Corazon, a boy and a girl. But one early Sunday morning, Corazon posted on her Insta story, "I'm single, I choose me, and life goes on." After 2 years, it was over. Who did not have to take this wrong was Kibe's prophecy on Akothee and Omosh. The newest couple in town. They moved so fast, and before we could know barely anything about Omosh, a wedding was on the way. Andrew Kibe tried to tell us.
Akothee has gone and picked a guy for herself, and she hopes to make it work, but it's not going to work.
The prophet prophesied this was doomed to fail as fast as it had come. According to him, Omosh was a paid actor. Akothee was 10 to 15 years older. He was broke, no way it was going to work. He further added Akothee was just an attention seeker, and after the wedding, she would dump him since the relationship would no longer make the headlines.
But beyond marriage, what else are you going to do? She has to break up with the guy. Get more attention.
And Akothee did just that. Omosh was dumped just after their honeymoon. There's so much we don't know about this marriage. But what we do know is Terrence was not okay with Mr. Lambistic being on his business. Kibe had predicted that Terrence would break up with Millie as he felt that this Canadian was dressing like a lady and he was losing his masculinity, which would affect them. Terrence reiterated, but not with a diss track like presenter Ali.
Leo nayo utadai quick Hapa Kenya sisi uomba Mungu, we uko majuu naomba mama mzungu.
But by alleging Kibe had run from the country due to his sexual entanglement with minors.
Huyo mtu kulingana na zile kesi ziko hapa amekuwa kilala na watoto wadogo na ni kesi zimekuwa zikiendelea.
And further calling him a failure.
We don't have to waste time tukiongelea failure. Hiyo kifailure.
They did break up though, but it wasn't something big. Maybe a misunderstanding or a misrepresentation by the media. Kibe has been very vocal on his belief that a publicized relationship never lasts, which for many cases we have seen is true. And that is why for Nadia and Arrowbwoy, being A-list Kenyan celebrities, he believed their relationship was going nowhere and they eventually would break up. This was confirmed on 7th December 2022 in the most common way Nadia Mukami posted in her Insta story. Just to clarify to the guys to book, Arrowbwoy and I have run out of lies. We have not been together for a while, we broke up. Even though this brought Kibe's prediction to pass, they, however, did eventually get back and have been firm ever since. By the way, subscribe. Who we are not sure if they are still together is Director Trevor and Eve Mungai. This is a big one. It starts with Kife wanting Eve, Kife alleging to have been with Eve, but bros after Kife is blocked by Eve.
Actually, I'm too young to stand here, start talking about Kibe. He's more of my dad or maybe my grandfather.
They have been on each other again and again. It probably would make a whole video. But Kife, after being blocked in his Kafukuzui style, comes trying to educate the Kapuni mind of Trevor. He stated Trevor was being controlled by Eve.
Then even when he's talking, she continues talking because now you're saying nothing. Just a walking dildo.
And the red flags were all over, but Trevor was blind. As a man, you cannot learn the show from behind.
As long as you're holding the camera, stop trying to shine. Never shine when you're behind the camera. Please understand that.
Eve is parading herself for other men out there. This will eventually go nowhere. Trevor would try to confront Kibe, but in a softer way than he did to Nyako. By the way, that backfired on him. But Kife would still insist Eve would leave him and he himself will let us know. I don't know what is going on. Maybe comment your thoughts. But who do you think will have the last laugh in this? Kibe or Trevor? Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe.